Oh, good morning. Welcome back. It's been a minute, but we've been busy. We're getting the studio done, getting it set up. Wow, what a difference time and patience make. It's a great thing to see going on right now. Coffee with Old School back running, getting the job done. Got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about today. So let's get into the promo world itself and how it's changed or if it's changed at all. So, good morning, fellas. I wanted to come on for a while and do this, but I've been so busy getting into the new place, the new studio, which huh, I can't say much more, but hallelujah, I'm glad I'm here. Um, a lot of money, a lot of time invested in getting this done so Coffee Old School could be booming like only it can boom. Um, it's pretty cool. You guys can't see it, but I got this big screen set up over here that got added so I could see all your comments and see them, in live and living color and all that good shit. It's pretty wild. But let's talk about the promo realm. Let's talk about groups closing, groups opening, making their big comebacks, all this good shit. Let's start out with the wonderful, Duck that I hate so much. I hear his group's done in September. It should have been done years ago because of the lies that he's told people about his group, about how great it is, about how many views they get. Listen, I'll keep saying it to the end of time. 29.99, you can have as many views as you fucking want. And that's what he used to do. But as we all see, even the ones that think they're the greatest, they fold eventually. Um, PPF, 6 years, we just celebrate. 6 years going strong. Never missed a day. Isn't that crazy? But their group's better. Fuck out of here. Now, on that one, all I can say is good riddance, goodbye, adios, motherfucker. See ya. Don't come back. Wish you the worst. Hope you stub your fucking toe. All that good shit. That's my kill to that asshole. Don't respect him. Don't like him. Never will. He's a lying piece of shit. Just what it is. Oh, and for a backstory, guys, this fucker wanted to challenge me to a matchup. Now, how long have I been calling that fucking idiot out? And he wanted to have a match with me. Listen, man, I don't work bingo halls. I don't work low grade places. And I don't work places that you're going to go and cry and hope for a win. See how that works? Stupid ass. You couldn't beat me on a straight platform, big man. So sit down and twiddle your fucking thumbs because that's all you're good for. Now, on another note, not only do we have that group out of here, but now we have one that comes back. And I'm sorry, but it's something that don't really interest me. Um, the owners of that group, I don't wish them ill will. I just I don't think it's going to get very far. It's you know when you return a group that you know was part of another group and want to make it its own brand, it just don't work. Nobody's gonna you know nobody is going to go and join this group just out of circumstance because well they're your friends or whatever. Listen, one thing I've learned about the promo realm in the last couple of years is there's little groups and cells of people that stick together. No matter how many times you could tell them that this guy is a piece of shit, they will always go work for that guy because they've been friends with him for so long, and that's their business. You know what I mean? I don't care. Me, I've been on the up and up for 6 years. I don't lie to my people in PPF. I don't bullshit them. I treat them fairly. They're judged fairly. We have no drama. 6 years. 6 years. We haven't had people claiming anybody's racist. We haven't had people screaming and yelling and fighting in the locker room because I don't allow arrogant little shits that ain't that good to be in my locker room. Number one. We could go to the day of VOH. We had one guy in there that would just stir the shit pot every day because, well, he thought he was that fucking good, but he's not that good. I showed him that when I whipped his ass. And then, he roamed back over to the group that is so great, but it's closing down and worked over there. But what I'm getting at is, okay, so I say PPF closed down for 6 years and I decide one day I'm going to open it back up. It's not going to be a success. It's not going to be instant. And no matter, and listen, some of the folks I have seen showing up over there, I'm sorry. You got a guy who wants to be seven. And this is as nice as I'm going to be. Seven was okay. He was never great. Okay. And that's me being personal. I don't think he's one of the greatest. He was okay. The clown character got over for him. But now you got this other guy who used to lick sticks and call him Pedro, playing a clown and thinking he's really good, and everybody seems to be jumping on the bandwagon that this guy is pretty good. I just murdered that fucking dude like 3 months before he debuted that character. I threw him in a dumpster and told him, look at the newspaper, the trash in there is him. He's on the front page. Some of the greatest lines ever used was against that guy and wasn't really worth the time. But, you're going to try to rebrand a group. Here's the problem. You got to be trusted. People got to believe you're going to show up. People got to believe you're going to do a card. People got to believe that you're actually going to invest into that. PPF, we invest in the belts. Handsome Rex, who is now going by the dog, but now he's a loose cannon. He's got some great stuff going on. I just sent him his No Limits Championship, and that belt is his to keep. That's what we do in PPF, folks. 90% of the time, you win a title, we send it to you, you get to keep it. And the reason I do that is it costs less and it's less stressful to chase a belt. So if this group that's trying to rebirth and come back is going to have one belt or two belts or whatever they do, you've got to have more than 10 people on your roster. It's just got to happen. And right now, I just don't see that because people are bouncing and not joining groups. They're not actively out there, trying to find different groups. They stay where they're comfortable. VOH, you've got your loyalists that say they're loyal, but still no show. And that's funny to me because, these guys for years said, oh, I'm nothing but VOH. But when another group started by somebody that was in VOH and had a little hissy fit, they all jumped over there and tried to screw Chris Nichols. I'm still currently reigning and defending VOH King of Promos. I just beat the Law again. Sorry, Law. You're my punching bag. But my biggest problem right now is, these guys want to bring a group back and try to revive it. It's tough to do, man, because, if both owners haven't been running a group for a couple of years and or prove they can run a successful group, it's kind of hard to follow them. You know what I mean? Like, hey, when I first started out, I jumped in a couple groups that I was like, oh, maybe there's a good chance, and they failed. They were gone within 3-4 months. And that's because the only people you're going to get to go to those groups are the guys that trying to be a clown, or a Kevin Wolf who's so desperate to be a champion and calls himself great and only been in this for like 2 years. Son, you ain't great. You're not one of the greats. And that's me on my Coffee with Old School telling you you're not that great. You need a lot of work. Your shit sometimes just is very confusing. And it's not because I'm old, not because I'm gray. It's because it don't make sense. And, I know people, I'll get messages because, oh God, now I'm knocking a new group that's coming out. I'm not knocking the group. I'm just saying it's going to be very hard to get it off the ground. One of the guys in there is a personal friend of mine running that group. And I wish him success. It's just going to be tough to get. I don't go in my group and say these people are great if I don't believe it. All right. I'm one of the most honest individuals out there. If I have a promo artist that needs some work, I will tell him. There's a guy named the German Psycho. He's in PPF. I told him, hey, you got the look down, but you got to work on your promo style. There's got to be some better stuff, coming out of your mouth if you want to win. And he took that well, and he's been changing it up and he's doing a little better. Do I believe he has a chance to beat Kurt Adams this month at the end of the month at our show? Slim chance. Kurt Adams is one of the hottest promo artists out there. And if you don't know who that is, that kid's really good. And no, he don't do bingo halls either. So don't send him an invite. The kid, he's doing very well in the industry. I don't want to say he's getting really better. I wouldn't go that far. I say he's trying to make a turn, and get around that corner, but I don't say really better. I've been doing this for so long. He needs a lot of work. And I'm talking, I went and bought a car. It has no wheels, no motor, total rebuild to get it back on the road. That's what I'm talking about. I just don't, I see him in other places and people think he's great. Well, look at those people. I mean, their judging and their view of promo is shit. You taking people like a Deviant or a Kevin Wolf or somebody like that, and you're telling them they're top tier talent. They're not. They're not top tier talent. I mean, maybe over in that shithole that's closing down in September, they could both be top tier. It's just where you're promoting to be top tier talent. Right now, there's only a few groups out there that I would give heavy endorsement to, as having really great talent. And one is VOH, one is mine, PPF. We do some of the great shit. Um, a good friend of mine, Mordecai, he just started a group. He's got some good shit going over there. Um, there's some good groups, but then there's some groups that I just don't think they're successful. I just think they're with dormant talent and getting by daily. That's what I see it as. And I'm not going to give that list because I don't want to hear from the owners, and I don't really care to hear from the owners because they ain't going to like what I got to say. Um, if your talent is only winning in your Fed, then they're not talent, bud. They're just talent you're putting over. I can go down the list of people in my Fed winning everywhere else other than just my Fed. Let's use Kurt Adams. He's a former LPW world champion. He's won titles over in, I think it was called Heels when I was there and I was the world champion. He won a title over there. He's won tag team titles. The kid is what you call a color of championships. Okay. And he's well recognized. You've got a lot of the HHE guys who have spread out over the time, and we won titles everywhere we go. And people hate us for that, and that's fine. We want you to hate us. We don't want you to be our friends. We're not buddies. We're not pals. We're here for competition. That's why you can't see them all, but that's just a little mixture of what I've won in my lifetime and on this wall and up there and everywhere. I've won titles everywhere. And it's not because I go out title hunting. It's because I join groups to try to help them out and win their championships. So when somebody tells me, "Oh man, this kid's really good," and I go watch him in the Fed, and I'm like, "He's really good in that Fed," because there's nobody over there. There's nobody for him to compete against. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You want to be one of the best in the game, you got to win everywhere, not just somewhere, not just one place. It can't be, I'm loyal here because I've won titles here. You got to win them elsewhere. You got to prove you're good elsewhere. So, somebody like Marcus, like I said, I see him other places. People really like his stuff. It's the grain of the place that he's promoting in. Okay. So they may be on his level, or I don't know. I don't even want to say good, but just as good as he is. Okay. And that might be hurtful. That might upset some people, but it's true. There's certain groups out there that just don't carry any clout for me. I've been watching and viewing, and I'm like, oh, this is rough. So like, the ones that are coming back, and trying to resurgence and trying to get people to join. And I got the invite. I didn't join. I don't want to join. I don't have any reason to want to join. I'm busy elsewhere. I'm busy doing other shit. I wish them the best of luck. I just don't think it's going to really pan out very well. I don't think you're going to get major numbers. I don't think you're going to get, I don't think you're going to get major anything really. So for me, the game is changing again. Groups are dying or quitting. Groups are trying to rebrand and come back. It's the same old vicious circle. And you're going to find out that a lot of people jump to those groups that are, rebranding because they're hoping to win a championship, or their best buddies or their friends invite them over there and they want, they go over and be part of it. And I get that, man. You support your brothers. That's a cool fucking deal. I get it. Oh, by the way, on a side note, I see the whole paid to promo thing kind of took a shit down the toilet, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're still paying talent to promo, that's your fault because a lot of us ain't. So, my problem with the promo realm at this point in time is there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of dreams, but hopes and dreams, put them in one hand, shit in your other one, and see which one fills up first. You've got to establish yourself, and you got to prove that you're established. Because if you don't prove you're established, you don't prove you're ready to put into work, nobody's going to work for you. We saw groups die because the owners swore there would be a card, swore there'd be a card, and then 3 months later there was never a card, and everybody just dipped.